Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm gonna do some more poetry for y'all. Or not poetry. I don't know what I'm talking about. This is Atmopshere. I'm gonna rap for you. This is Atmopshere Travel. One of the first pieces I ever memorized. It's from 2008. Shit, maybe earlier. Oh, I don't think this is right. Maybe not. I don't think this is the right one. Alright, hold on. I'll be back. We'll find it. We'll see. That's not the right one. Alright, we're gonna do it a cappella then. Once in a great while, one has the heart to approach us. Usually when he comes up close, he didn't know who we was. The name travels further than the face. He did not recognize the profile, only saw an MC for him to waste. But yo, child, that ain't the case. Go find yourself a cause. I'll take advantage of your flaws. Climb into your drawers, ready to damage your jaws. When it dropped and hit the pavement and shot, that's why they keep me locked underneath the basement a lot. Letting me out just to eat and shit. And every so often just to keep me fit, they give me a new MC to rip to pieces. Grip the neck, releases out of the question. Maybe they'll let me out if I make a good impression. So please don't take it personal when I flush me through your veins. Consider yourself a big part of that great MC food chain and take your spot at the circle with pride. Reps die with dignity if you let them. And when they do, I respect them. Welcome. The cure for your suffering. Tell them it's pure. No subtle hints of weak substances. Cutting it. I chuckle when an ego and pride collide with judgment. Add that to your buzz and the results is malfunction. And no longer shall I listen to your babble. Too many coming off the deep end with a steady stream of shallow. I have no remorse for those that drop, 'cause someday I'll drop. Until then I'ma stay on top of heads like a bald spot. Travel like the wind across the rotten fruited plain. Travel like the blood that surrounds your brain. Atmosphere has landed, demanding that you raise the curve. So unravel your thoughts and come across in a verse. That's Atmopshere. Travel. I can't believe that the instrumental is not on YouTube. I'm blown away. But yes, thank you for joining me. I just had a weird morning, a little bit of a weird, it's always good. It's always interesting and definitely kind of weird, always in a good way. I just wanted to share on the live feed with my friends and fellow entrepreneurs and artists how tough it can be sometimes to really feel like you're being heard and like you're understood. And it's not easy talking to someone and feeling like, can't you see my vision? You know, can't you see it? Like I feel like I'm describing it well. I can send people, you know, you can send them a mood board, you can send them pictures, you can describe it to them, you can talk to them about it. You know, obviously I think talking, especially via video or just on the phone, is so much better than any other form of communication, because it's so hard to read people's inflections and intonations and maintain, you know, a constant flow of conversation, you know. But yeah, it's when my crowns first came out, I don't tell this story a lot, actually. When I first started making crowns for this amazing dress designer who told me I should make crowns, that I never even would have dreamed of making crowns. She, when they first came out and they went down the Phoenix Fashion Week runway, right before it happened, I looked at my brother and I said, my life is never going to be the same after this. People will never look at me in the same way as an artist after these crowns come out right now, because it's, you know, I know that I'm onto something. And they came out and I loved them and I thought they looked amazing, and, you know, there were things I would improve upon, but I loved them. And several bloggers and, like, you know, fashion people in the industry, you know, just on social media or on their blogs or whatever, really panned them. If they addressed them at all, they almost had, one person literally said, I'll never forget, they were unnecessary and unwanted. And I just, you know, I can't ever forget that. And while it definitely stung, there was something in me that just refused to give up on it. And it also fueled me to make more pieces and more crowns, and just continue and grow and grow and grow and do something new and new with the masks and you know, just and really it drove me to try and describe what was in my brain even more, and consistently, and not by critiquing my own art or really paying too much attention to the criticism as much as hearing it and then going with it and making more art and more art and more art and more art. And every time I feel better about it. I feel like it's a more quality piece of art that could be in a museum someday, that will be in it was in the Phoenix Art Museum for a day, thanks to the lovely Antoinette Colley. It's people aren't going to understand, and that's a good thing. When people are confused by what you're saying, yes, it's a time to figure out how to describe it more simply, and it's time to just show them. It's time to create and just let your art do the talking, and not just one piece. I'm talking consistently over time, over years. Have that passion, not because you're making good money, not because you're able to quit your shitty job. Do it because you're stuck at your shitty job, or because you're frustrated with your situation, and because you feel misunderstood. And it's not anyone else's fault when we feel misunderstood. It's a calling for us to continue to create art with everything inside of us, and to constantly raise the bar on ourselves and figure out new ways that excite us as artists, of explaining what we want to say and what we want to contribute to the world, and doing it consistently, relentlessly over time, regardless of being accepted. Because freaking some of my favorite artists were never accepted while they were alive. So how ridiculous of me to expect to be so understood and so accepted. Like the accolade, the recognition that I've gotten already, to be in Vogue twice now, in Vogue Italia and Vogue China, in less than 5 years of making these crowns. Like, that is, man, I my cup runneth over. So my gratitude is always there. And when people don't understand what I'm talking about, when it comes to poetry or music or art in anything, that's okay, and it makes the tapestry richer, and I'm better for it. And I still need to go with my gut and do what makes me really, really freaking happy, not because for any other reason other than it's what needs to happen. It's what in my heart. It's what is in my heart and my soul. So, long-winded story. I hope you have a great Saturday, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.